I'm Richard Taylor and I oppose undergraduate tuition fees for UK students doing their first degrees. I think that access to higher education, access to universities should be on merit, and it shouldn't be limited only to those with the resources to pay huge fees or those who are prepared to get into enormous debt. I'm also opposed to a graduate tax because I don't think that when young people are considering if they should go to university or not, they should also be thinking about making a decision which might financially blight them for the rest of their lives. We've seen the current Labour government pump a huge amount of money into the higher education sector, both taxpayers' money and students and their families' money. And the big thing that they've brought with that is an expansion in student numbers. The current government would like to see 50% of young people in the country going to university. At the moment though, we've only got about 50% of people in the country getting 5 A-C GCSEs, so I think there's a real disconnect there, and at the moment we need to focus our investment on younger years education before it will make sense to put that investment into the university sector. I would like to see as many people as possible going to university in the UK, as I think that's the right thing to do for our economy and the right thing to do for the nation's future. But at the moment we can't do that because we don't have the basis on which to do that from education in the younger years. I think it's really important to keep a grip on what's made UK higher education great, and that is a strong connection between research, cutting-edge research and undergraduate teaching. Now, if we lose that, then university just becomes an extension of school, and that's not what it should be. And if we don't keep the quality of our higher education high, then we'll cease to have a commodity which we're able to sell abroad and bring in foreign exchange. Now, tuition fees were expected to drive up standards in universities. Now, making students consumers didn't work. Now, what I think we need to do is really strengthen student unions, and we need to make sure that both students and staff at universities are able to speak freely and are able to keep standards high in their institutions. Now, many people point to high costs of undergraduate education, particularly here at Cambridge University, where there's small group teaching supervisions. Now, what I would do is I would make those working towards PhDs employed. At the moment they get tax-free studentships. If they were employed, as part of that employment contract, they could be required to do more teaching, and in Cambridge that would mean supervisions, and that would bring down that cost. Now, high levels of personal debt are a real problem for UK society at the moment, particularly among young people, and I think it is entirely right to fund undergraduate education out of general taxation as one of the routes to tackling that problem. I think it's a real problem for our society at the moment that we've got young people saddled by their debts for tuition fees, and that makes it very difficult for them to buy houses and start families, and that's a problem that government really needs to tackle. I see scrapping tuition fees as being investing in this country's young people, as well as investing in the economic future, the economic long-term future of the UK.